One thing you might have noticed about Tuna is how it doesn't launch into regular text input like many other launchers do. It launches into its fuzzy mode, which is sort of something kind of different, where you mainly use it to find the app or the file that you want to handle. It's fuzzy, so typing SFI is gonna match, if I can spell it, it's gonna match like individual letters in the string, like fuzzy search works. But of course, sometimes the thing that you want to handle isn't exactly an app or a file, it's text itself. And that's what text mode is for in Tuna. So first of all, how do we get there? One way to get into text mode is to launch Tuna like you would regularly with your globally bound hotkey, then pressing Command 2. That takes you into text mode, ready to type. Type. Another way is to use the dot. So pressing dot is going to take you into text mode. If you type stuff, like SAF in this case, and press dot, you're going to go into text mode with your query already in there. So this is for when you start typing and you suddenly realize that you want to go into text mode. Just press dot and you'll get there. It also works great for handling like clipboard history. So you open clipboard history, you find a thing, you want to edit this tweet URL, you press dot and you can modify it however you want, like copy it or whatever it is you need. Another way to get there is to sort of do the same thing, type Safari, type SAF, type whatever, and then press apostrophe. What that's going to do is to take you into text mode, but instead of the query that you typed, it's going to use the value of the thing that you have staged. In this case, Safari, the app is going to resolve into its like path on disk. Of course, this works for any app or file or whatever. That's apostrophe. Another way is to when you type, start typing. If you type something that looks like a math expression, in this case the multiply asterisk, it's gonna automatically notice that and switch you into text mode. And this works for any kind of math symbol that you'd expect. And yeah. But wait, there's even more ways to get there. In Tuna settings, there's a few things that you can toggle if they fit however you think they should fit, I guess. So in not text mode settings, but in fuzzy mode settings, there's two options. There's spacebar behavior that you can set it to switch to text mode every time you press space. So this is like, imagine you open Tuna, you start typing. As soon as you hit a space, that would sort of signify that you're not searching for a file or an app anymore. You're typing stuff. This is, I don't use this setting. The one I do use is a switch to text mode if no results. So if I start typing and I get so far that there are no results in the global scope catalog of Tuna, that would sort of signify to the system that, okay, this guy this guy is really writing a novel here. Let's switch him to text mode. And of course, the usual ways in Tuna also work. You can also set a global hotkey to go directly to text mode, or you could even add a combo mode action to take you to text mode if you so if you would like to. So that's a bunch of ways to get there, and there will be even more. Stay tuned. But what do we then do in text mode? So one thing that's commonly done in text mode is to do quick conversions. Say you want to figure out whatever, and you want to do 166 times 80. So that's this much. We can also work for currencies. You can also do like kilometers in miles or whatever, like unit conversions. Can also do let's say you wanna do 9 p.m. tomorrow, but it's PST. Oh, I think that needs to be caps. Yes, so you can also do like date and time conversions. Some of the conversions are in Tuna Pro, so you'll need to upgrade to get those, but in the free version, there's all of the calculations available. You just like type it and it'll get there. One thing is that, I don't know if I mentioned this. Did I mention this? If you just start typing and then you type something that looks like a math expression, it's gonna switch automatically. And that's another way to get into text mode. So that's like quick math and conversions. But there's also a bunch of actions that you can use to modify or handle that text that you've typed. So if you press tab, go over to the actions pane, you can see that there's a bunch of things to do with this thing. Default is commonly paste. You can paste as plain text. You can copy to clipboard. You can do a bunch of things. Sending to shortcuts and smart links. We can install extensions in Tuna that allow you to, for example, create a note or a reminder, or even a new Obsidian note, or maybe even add it to things, the to-do app. But sometimes, of course, the text doesn't come directly from you typing. You can also use Tuna's built-in dictation mode. So, hello, here's some text. I'll stage it in Tuna. One thing to note here is when you go into talk mode settings, you can pick between whether it should paste directly upon like transcription when it's done transcribing whatever it is you said, or you can stage in Tuna. I have it set to paste directly, but what you can do is like when you're talking, while you're talking, hit the tab key and it'll switch between those two methods. And so now it's going to stage in Tuna instead of pasting directly, which is handy. And finally, we have a new way to get things into Tuna. As with everything in Tuna, text also resolves to the same command model. So anything can be expressed in custom URLs or through the new Tuna CLI that I've added. So when we go to Tuna general settings, you can see here we added a command. I added a command line section. You need to enable the CLI, install it. It's going to install here. Make sure that's in your path. And when it is, you get this Tuna CLI. Of course, you can use it to stage things, and just staging text like this is going to work like you would expect. You can also stage files and paths. So staging the current directory like this is going to work just as you expect. You can use it as a picker. So for example, you can pipe stuff into it. In this case, the files of my home directory. -B is going to say, like, take whatever you get as input and resolve it as files. Like, you expect this to be files that you can provide previews for and whatever. And the trailing dash here means take standard in as input. And so you can see Tuna spawns with like a custom catalog here of the results. You do the same for picking things. You can do the same for like processes. In this case, we pipe it to Tuna pick. It's not files in this case. We take whatever output this gives us and pipe it into org, gets the first column, then kill whatever process we pick. And yeah, I don't know. I don't want to kill any of these, but you could. And of course, we can also run stuff from Tuna. So -S in this case means silent, as in you don't need to show the interface is the word. You don't need to show the interface when you run this. We can put text in there, and then whatever do we put as the action here? So for the most common ones, you can just type open and it'll be the one if it's in the common catalog. But what's also smart is that you can find this in Tuna. So open Tuna, type something here, go to the actions pane, find the thing that you want to use in the CLI. Use this more menu here. You can also get to it by Command L and then copy the action identifier. So this will use paste in here, and that's gonna give us the action. So like this, it's gonna work as if you spawned it from Tuna. Anything goes into Tuna can be run through the CLI and back and forwards, and you can spend your entire life just automating Tuna. You can of course also chain these, so set them up with a bunch of effects and have fun. This is a very serious productivity app. And yeah, that's a brief mode of text mode in Tuna. As you see, there's like a bunch of ways to get in there, a bunch of ways to get out, a bunch of things to do with it. There's no like mandated way to do it. None of these are better than the others. These are all just like ways in there, and then whatever makes sense for you and your workflows is how you should use it. Tuna is gonna be the glue. It sounds a bit nasty, but think of it like that. Like, use Tuna however you see fit, and Tuna just tries to be the thing that ties your macOS experience together. I hope you have fun with Tuna, and thank you so much for tuning in and using Tuna. You should of course subscribe to the channel if you want even more Tuna tips. Tuna tips? Because yeah, there's still more in there, and it's only gonna get more intense. You could also join the Discord, or just like, enjoy it. That's it. Have fun.